Indian Bank issues compliance circular, sets Vision 2032. Indian Bank drew attention after issuing a circular prescribing a tight compliance timeline for branches, prompting discussions among employees regarding operational workload. Separately, the bank outlined its long-term growth strategy, targeting 35 trillion rupees in total business by 2032 through expansion of MSME lending, digital banking and growth in key metropolitan markets. SBI Group updates. SBI and other public sector banks outperformed private lenders in FCNRB deposit mobilization, while SBI pension funds crossed 6 lakh crore rupees assets under management, becoming India's largest pension fund manager. IOB to recruit 780 customer service associates. Indian Overseas Bank announced recruitment of 780 customer service associates across the country. The All India Overseas Bank Employees Union welcomed the recruitment drive and highlighted the sustained efforts made by employee organizations in pursuing staff recruitment. Punjab and Sindh Bank transfer row. The All India Punjab and Sindh Bank Officers Federation sought revocation of the transfer of an employee-friendly branch manager, stating that the transfer during the academic session had caused hardship to the officer's family and raised concerns regarding transfer policies. IDBI privatization protest reaches Jantar Mantar. Opposition to the proposed privatization of IDBI Bank continued as AIIDBI OA and AIIDBEA organized a dharna at Jantar Mantar, reiterating their demand that the proposed strategic stake sale be withdrawn and public ownership of the bank be retained. IBA shares statewide clerk recruitment details. IBA released the statewide distribution of 11,403 clerk vacancies proposed for recruitment during 2027 to 2028, providing a detailed breakup across public sector banks while reiterating the need for larger-scale recruitment to address staff shortages. Bank unions challenge DFS directions. IBA, IBOC and NCBE jointly opposed recent DFS directions relating to industrial relations meetings in public sector banks. The organizations argued that established bipartite mechanisms should continue to govern discussions between managements and recognized unions. Flood relief appeal for Assam Bank employees. NCBE appealed to bank employees and unions across the country to extend financial assistance to employees and families affected by the devastating floods in Assam as part of a nationwide relief initiative. Employee protection and workplace safety. The Maharashtra State Bank Employees Federation condemned attacks on employees of Bank of Maharashtra and Central Bank of India, demanding stronger protection for bank staff. Separately, IBOC urged the Maharashtra Cooperative Department to safeguard officers implementing the state's loan waiver scheme against harassment and intimidation. Insurance targets, lunch breaks and staffing concerns. Fresh discussions continued over workplace practices in banks. Reports questioned whether insurance sales targets are encouraging unethical practices and whether bank assurance is affecting long-term insurance retention. Separately, bank unions reiterated that the real reason behind lunch break issues is severe staff shortage rather than RBI guidelines, calling for adequate recruitment to improve customer service and employee welfare. Employee welfare reforms. Bhavneet Kaur of AIBOBOA advocated greater recognition of shared parenting responsibilities through reforms in child care leave, while another discussion called for sabbatical leave policies in banks to be made gender neutral. IBA issues medical and pension updates. The Indian Banks Association asked banks to organize the Gen Z Against Addiction campaign under the Nasha Mukt Yuva for Viksit Bharat Sankalp Abhiyan, leading to employee concerns over Sunday workload. Separately, IBA revised dearness relief rates for pre-1986 bank retirees and surviving spouses for the August 2026 to January 2027 period. RBI monetary policy keeps rates unchanged. The Reserve Bank of India kept the repo rate unchanged at 5.25% while maintaining a cautious stance amid global uncertainties. RBI also raised its FY27 GDP growth forecast, lowered its inflation projection, proposed a new framework to improve transparency in interest rates offered by regulated entities, and reaffirmed the strong position of the Indian Central Bank among Asian peers. RBI and government announce banking reforms. The government introduced the Bankers' Books Evidence Bill 2026, proposing legal recognition for digital banking records as admissible court evidence. Separately, the RBI announced plans to introduce polymer banknotes after successful field trials, while the Finance Ministry reported that 99.92% of Indian villages are now covered by banking services within a 5-kilometer radius. Pension and government policy updates. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman informed Parliament that there is no proposal to replace or modify the Unified Pension Scheme. Separately, the government announced plans to divest up to 6.54% stake in LIC through an offer for sale to meet public shareholding norms. Digital payments and banking technology. The government proposed amendments that could pave the way for the return of merchant discount rates on UPI transactions, while Indian banks stepped up offshore dollar borrowings following RBI measures. Assam also inaugurated India's first AI-powered phygital banking branch, reflecting the sector's growing technology focus. Digital banking, AI and future of banking. Industry leaders highlighted the rapid transformation of financial services. Jio Financial Services Chairman K.V. Kamath said the future belongs to digital platforms, while Equitas Small Finance Bank reiterated that it would take a cautious approach towards securing a universal banking license. Reports also warned that digital banking frauds are becoming increasingly sophisticated and costly. Frauds, complaints, and write-offs. Government and RBI data highlighted several banking trends. Gujarat reported 3,707 crore rupees in bank frauds over 3 years, while Jammu and Kashmir recorded 19,349 crore rupees in financial frauds during FY26. The government also stated that banks wrote off 3.2 lakh crore rupees in corporate loans, nearly 3 times the value of farm loan write-offs. Separately, Chandigarh recorded the country's highest RBI Ombudsman complaint rate. Public sector banking performance. Reports suggested that public sector banks are entering a new phase as easy profit drivers begin to moderate, shifting focus towards core banking strength. While PSBs lagged private banks in the number of RBI penalties, they accounted for a higher total penalty amount. Another report noted that private banks continue to face funding pressure as deposit costs rise faster than those of public sector banks. Ram Temple Gold Offering Audit. The Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Kshetra Trust decided to undertake a fresh audit of gold and silver records following the reported theft of offerings at the Ram Temple, with banking procedures remaining under scrutiny. UFBU representation dispute. Differences within the United Forum of Bank Unions continued this week. UFBU informed the Indian Banks Association about changes in its constituent unions after excluding NOBO and NOBW. In response, NOBO and NOBW questioned their removal from the UFBU WhatsApp group and sought clarification from IBOC General Secretary Rupam Roy. Another report argued that the issue extended beyond the messaging platform and reflected broader concerns over representation, while BFI also commented on the dispute and its implications for banking sector unity. Odisha Grameen Bank agitation continues. Employees of Odisha Grameen Bank continued their agitation after talks with the management failed to resolve pending issues. Demonstrations and gheraos were organized across Odisha as employee unions pressed for action on their long-pending demands. Karnataka Grameen Bank employee issues. Employee organizations at Karnataka Grameen Bank sought action against a general manager, alleging workplace harassment and raising concerns over the work environment. Separately, the Karnataka Grameen Bank Officers and Employees Federation urged the continuation of 100% absorption of perquisite tax for FY 2026 to 2027 as an employee welfare measure. Haryana Grameen Bank revises fuel reimbursement. Haryana Grameen Bank revised the monthly fuel reimbursement limits for eligible employees. The decision updates reimbursement provisions in line with the bank's internal policy on official travel and operational expenses.